Kravitz. Brandon Kravitz, the hardest working man in sports media. And right across the glass over there is primetime Jaden Grimes, the prodigy of production, the man who puts the go in the show, the executive producer. And we are coming to you live from Orlando, from Jacksonville, from Tallahassee, and from all points in between on the iHeart Radio app and the YouTube machine. We want to hear from you throughout the course of the show. It is a free-for-all Friday. It's a free-for-all. We want to hear anything you want to throw our way. We are willing to take it, all right? And the way you can ask us questions, or you want to rant, you want to rave, you can enter the rage cage. Again, anything goes. Ask us anything you want. Sports questions, pop culture questions, personal questions. We'll answer them to the best of our ability. Isn't that right, Krabby Crafts?
You got that right. And we have a hell of a prize to give away for all of you. How about Magic Pistons tickets, Game 3 at Kia Center? Our favorite start time imaginable, right there, smack dab in the middle of the afternoon at 1 p.m. Cannot wait for tomorrow, and we're going to get one of you in the building.
That's right. Is it just one ticket or two a pair?
It's a pair of tickets.
Okay, you said we're going to get one of you in the building.
Well, one of you, and then you can decide who you bring with you.
Okay. We have one single ticket for somebody.
It's like a golden ticket. It's like you're going to the Willy Wonka factory, okay?
We do have a pair of tickets, so get into the rage cage and make your question clever or make your hot take steaming torrid hot. All right, you can also text us, by the way, on the Mills Air text line 50857. Let's get to some highlights and headlines. All right, we're going to get to the NFL draft momentarily, but since we're talking about the Magic, let's start there. The Magic host the Pistons in Game 3 of their first-round playoff series tomorrow, as Krabby mentioned, not high noon, but 1 p.m. start. Series tied 1-1. I have no idea what to expect tomorrow. I wouldn't be shocked if the Pistons won by 15. I wouldn't be shocked if the Magic won by 15. Obviously, we hope the Magic win. Here's Coach Jamal Mosley talking about getting Desmond Bane kick-started in Game 3.
I think a lot of it is how they're guarding him. They've done some different things, putting different matchups on him, taking away his catches, taking away his easy catches. I think just finding ways to combat that will be necessary in this Game 3.
Krabs, I'm going to say this right now. The pressure's not on Paolo tomorrow. At least, the load of the pressure is not on Paolo tomorrow. It's not on Franz Wagner. The pressure is on Desmond Bane tomorrow because he's been the Magic's best player this season. He's been a warrior. He carried the Magic throughout the regular season. But so far in the playoffs, he's 7 of 20 from the floor in Game 1, 2 of 11 in Game 2, and from three-point range, he's a combined 3 of 15. From 3, and he's getting some open looks. If he'd have hit a couple of those looks the other night, that game might have been different, okay? So, and again, love Desmond Bane, but he's got to start knocking down some threes or the Magic are doomed.
I tend to agree with that. He's minus 2.5 when he's on the floor in this series so far. That is not good enough for a guy that you spent a lot to go get. The regular season was nice, but you spent all of those picks in the future so that he could help you right now. I'm with you 100%. Desmond Bane's got to knock down shots. You said that you wouldn't be surprised based on any result. I would be. I would be surprised if now with the Magic turning things around, having already won Game 1, if they go and lay another egg in front of the home fans, that would surprise me. That would be very disappointing. I've been disappointed at different junctions throughout the season with this team, but this is a different stage now. That place is going to be rocking, and I think the Magic are going to win this basketball game. So if they were to get blown out again, it's night-night. That's the end of the series.
Well, Josh Robbins, he was on with Mark Daniels this morning, the reporter from The Athletic, former Sentinel reporter. He was pretty positive about the Magic, and he said, if you take away that third quarter the other night, and again, take away the iceberg and the Titanic was a great cruise. But if you take away that third quarter, the Magic have outplayed the Pistons in most every quarter during the two games.
Yeah, then that third quarter was a disaster, but the Pistons were desperate to get that win from the beginning of the game and were not able to create much distance between them and the Magic early on. That, if I'm a Pistons fan, that was problematic. The fact that they went into the halftime break tied at 46, that would have concerned me. And then the third quarter was so wonky, you wonder if that's just an outlier, and those things happen in the playoffs. The Nuggets just got blown out by the Timberwolves. Do we think the Timberwolves are that much better than the Nuggets? No, this stuff happens. I think that third quarter was not indicative of what we're going to see the rest of the series.
Well, we certainly hope not. We certainly hope not. I mean, you're looking at it from a Magic perspective, but you could also look at it that third quarter was maybe the Pistons finally waking up and saying, hey, we're the top seed and the Magic are the 8th seed.
Yeah, I mean, you could. I do think it is more, it's more sound analysis, no matter what side of the coin you're on in your coverage, to say 8 quarters have been played in this series. The Pistons have dominated 1, and the Magic have been either better or at least just as good in 7. So I don't think it's a homer take to say that third quarter was that was a bad quarter in a series where I'm sure the Pistons will have a bad quarter before this is all said and done as well. Hopefully that's tomorrow.
You said the Pistons were desperate. You know who else is desperate right now? The New York Knickerbockers. See, old C.J. McCollum did it again last night. He hits a fadeaway jumper with 12 and a half seconds left to ruin New York's night again. He leads the Hawks to a 109-108 victory and a 2-1 lead over the Knicks in that series. Here's McCollum's shot in the final call.
CJ goes right down the lane. Foul line jumper is good. CJ gives the Hawks the lead. 109-108. It's knocked away. It's loose. And it's picked up by the Hawks. And Atlanta wins. The Atlanta Hawks have won game 3 to take a 2-1 lead. The New York Knicks absolutely positively screwed up the final play of the game. And the Atlanta Hawks have taken a 2-1 lead in the series as they have defeated the mighty Knicks 109-108.
I'll tell you what, the Hawks have looked really good. They led by 18 at one point last night. New York rallied, of course, and C.J. McCollum, dare we say he's outplaying Jalen Brunson?
He is outplaying Jalen Brunson. Jalen Brunson was 0-5 from 3 last night. He screwed up the final. That was his mistake.
Right.
Turning the ball over in the waning seconds of that game. Anybody out there that thought this series was ever going to be a breeze for the Knicks was paying zero attention to what the Hawks have been doing for the last 2 months. They are.
You're making some money on the Hawks, I can tell.
I have them to win the series. So we've made a little bit of money on the Hawks betting them game to game, but the real windfall comes with them knocking out the New York Knickerbockers, taking a big old bite out of the Big Apple. Hopefully they're able to polish them off. But I believe in this Hawks team. They're really good defensively. I think the size mismatch with Karl Anthony Towns is a little bit more pronounced than by the analysts out there than what is reality. The wings, the size across the board for Atlanta is giving New York fits right now.
If the Knicks lose this series, can they keep Mike Brown after firing Tom Thibodeau?
They're not going to keep anything. If they get knocked, this fan base expects to be in the finals this year. Not the Eastern Conference Finals, the finals. That's what they expect from this team. If they can't make it past the Hawks in round 1, you are going to see wholesale changes. It's not just coach. This is going to be across the board. They might be Brunson standing there by himself in an empty room. You know the old Will Smith meme from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
Yeah.
That'll be Jalen Brunson at the end of this season.
Raptors beat the Cavaliers last night to pull within 2-1 in that series. And you mentioned the Timberwolves. They take a 2-1 lead on the Nuggets. Wow. I'll tell you what. Rudy Gobert not finishing 4th in the Defensive Player of the Year balloting, that fired him up because he is taking it to Jokic on the defensive end. Jokic had no answer for Gobert last night.
I have a feeling they're going to bounce back strong. That's another bet that you could probably place for Saturday. But he's had a really good history against Nikola Jokic. He's
a hell of a defender.
Yeah, he's held him below his averages throughout their career battling against each other. And they're so used to each other. This is, I believe, their third meeting in the playoffs in the last 4 years. We get this matchup quite frequently between the Timberwolves and the Denver Nuggets.
Did you see
for Minnesota to call out Denver's defense and then for them to show up like that is a soft way to arrive to the arena.
Did you see how many points the Nuggets scored in the first quarter last night?
It wasn't very many. Was it 11?
11.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Those are your highlights in your headline.
That's what I'm hoping for tomorrow when the Magic take on the Pistons at Kia Center. Lock down from the moment. Make it look like the Pistons didn't even get off the bus. They sent the G League squad. Up next, I've got my Mel Kiper hat on. I've got draft grades inside of the state of Florida and beyond. We'll get to it next.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website. Grand. That's grand. Enter it now.
Whether you're a basketball team, a football team, a baseball team, or a homeowner, you always want to make the smart play. And installing a system from Burton Smart Home and Security Systems was one of the smartest plays I've ever made, literally and figuratively. When it comes to protecting my home, my family, I didn't want a do-it-yourself setup, and I certainly didn't want a national chain. I wanted professionals, and I wanted local professionals. Burton is locally owned. They're state licensed, and they've been protecting Central Florida homes for a quarter century. They designed a custom system for my home and professionally installed everything: the HD cameras, the motion sensors, the door sensors, the smart locks, and full integration. Now I can monitor and control everything from my phone anywhere in the world. And right now, you can get a free doorbell camera with their video package. All you have to do is give them a call, 407-349-4040, 407-349-4040, or visit bhssecurity.com. Tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you. License number EF2001584. Make the smart play and protect what matters most, your family.
4 matches left in the regular season, and the Orlando Valkyries need your support. They'll be at home on Thursday, the 23rd, and May 1st as we wrap up the regular season schedule, and the team makes that final push towards the playoffs to defend their crown. Check them out on social as well to get to know the team. Watch the heart-pounding highlights at ORL Valkyries is how you can find them. And if you haven't been to a match yet, first one's on me. Just email me, Kravitz at 969thegame.com, and I'll get you in the door. It's the Valkyries, Orlando's pro volleyball team, and we'll see you at the arena.
Emergency crews have finally moved that crash off to the shoulder on I-4 westbound past US 27. Traffic still stop and go, but all lanes are cleared up and getting by now. Expect slowdowns in the eastbound lanes as well. The roadways are starting to get busy this afternoon. Look out for a crash on Lee Road at Addison Street, causing some commotion affecting eastbound and westbound lanes. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Wendy's new Biggie Deals. Choose one of Wendy's new Biggie Deals. At $4, $6, and $8, pick one of the new Biggie Deals you're craving. For a pretty Biggie deal, gotta be Wendy's. U.S. price and participation may vary.
If you care about predictions and props, right now, it's all about playoff pressure from the hardwood to the ice. BetOnline has always been the home of real sports wagering deep markets, sharp odds, and player props built for real fans. Basketball playoffs are heating up, stars taking over, series swinging on a single shot. And in hockey, it's all speed, grit, and sudden death moments where one goal changes everything. BetOnline delivers live betting and in-game odds that move with every bucket, every breakaway, every goal. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Join us daily on 96.9 The Game for your Embers-only Cigar of the Week. Brought to you by Corona Cigar Company. Luxury cigar lifestyle, fine spirits, and relaxation await at your nearest Corona Cigar. Dr. Phillips, downtown Heathrow, or online at coronacigar.com.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
Grab your gear, Central Florida. It's Truck Month at Don Mealy Chevrolet. Right now, you can save up to $10,000 on a new Silverado RST. We're talking that powerful 3-liter diesel engine that's built to work as hard as you do. Looking for the ultimate family ride? Go electric in a new Chevy Equinox EV and save over $15,000. Plus, you'll never pay for a gallon of gas again. Seriously. Visit Don Mealy Chevrolet in Claremont today or shop online at donmealychevy.com. Chevy, together, let's drive.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
Your freedom is everything, and the Trey Flynn Law Office is here to preserve it when the stakes are high. Trey is board certified at the state and federal level and is committed to winning and working for you. Trey is a trusted member of the Central Florida community. He's as polished and experienced a lawyer as you will find, and he's got all the stats to back it up. In sports, bat calls change games. In court, they change lives. Call Trey Flynn Law when you need a win in the clutch. 407-557-6350 or visit TreyFlynn.com.
Right now at the Home Depot, shop Spring Black Friday savings and get up to 40% off, plus up to $500 off select appliances from top brands like Samsung. Get a fridge with 0 clearance hinges, so the doors open fully even in tighter spaces in your kitchen. And laundry that saves you time, like an all-in-one washer dryer that can run a full load in just 68 minutes. Shop Spring Black Friday savings, plus get free delivery on appliance purchases of $998 or more at the Home Depot. Offer valid April 9th through April 29th. U.S. only. See store online for details.
Sunwave Energy and iHeart Radio have teamed up to bring you exclusive artists and station performances, all in the new iHeart Radio Theater Orlando, powered by Sunwave Energy. Stop by the Sunwave Energy showroom for your chance to win can-buy experiences.
Hi, I'm Zoe, a personal stylist at Macy's Herald Square, and I live for our friends and family sale because I can say yes to the brands my customers have been eyeing, like BCBG, 30% off, Kendra Scott, 30% off, Steve Madden, Levi's, yep, 30 off. And yes, there's 15 off Macy's Beauty and Fragrance too. Yes, you can also sign up for Star Rewards and earn faster at Macy's Friends and Family today. Savings off regular and already reduced prices. Exclusions apply.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com. The picks are in.
The Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza.
The 2026 NFL Draft. It's what we're all talking about.
Fernando Mendoza will be a great face for that franchise.
Join the Dan Patrick Show.
I think he's the best player in the draft.
Colin Cowherd.
It's the Jets, so who knows what they'll do.
And you can join the conversation with Fox Sports Radio. Plus, the official NFL Podcast Network lives on the free iHeart Radio app. Search NFL and listen now.
969thegame.com.
Hurricane season is coming, but this year, getting ready is going to feel a whole lot different. Join us May 2nd for Storm Prep Live, a family-friendly hurricane prep party that takes the stress out of staying safe. Bring the whole crew and experience kid-friendly games and activities, live hurricane safety demos, interactive booths to help protect your home, family, pets, and property, plus music, food, and a party vibe all day long. Meet your favorite local TV and weather personalities. Check out the Touch a Truck display with real emergency and storm response vehicles. Experience the Hurricane Wind Simulator, and don't miss your chance to win big with raffles and giveaways all event long, including a generator. There's even pet adoptions, a special needs registry, and free hurricane drink cups while supplies last. Whether you're new to Florida or a seasoned pro prep, Storm Prep Live gives you the tools, the knowledge, and the confidence to face hurricane season while actually having a fun time doing it. Storm Prep Live, Saturday, May 2nd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the City of Lake Mary City Hall Complex. Get more details at realradio.fm/prep.
Saturday, the Magic return home for Game 3 as they look to knock off the Pistons. Our coverage begins at 12:30 with Magic Tonight. Tip time is 1 p.m. Catch every minute right here on your exclusive home for Orlando Magic basketball. FM 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and streaming on the absolutely free iHeart Radio app. Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
With the first pick in the 2026 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Fernando Mendoza, quarterback, Indiana.
Oh, yes. Kravitz, I got to tell you.
I was just as surprised as you were. I thought they were going Arvell Reese at one.
No, I wasn't surprised, but I have a man crush on Fernando Mendoza. The guy is so awesome. He's so awesome, so classy, not just a great quarterback, but a great ambassador. He's the closest thing I can come up with since the great Timothy Richard Tebow as a guy who represents his team, his family, his college. What a great guy he is. And then he's hugging his mom. I'm getting all misty-eyed watching it last night.
I just hope that Las Vegas, he's going to two places that can absolutely ruin a man's character.
Not him.
And charm towards the world is the NFL. Nothing will beat the good out of you, quite like the National Football League. And then to make matters worse, Las Vegas, Nevada. So I hope he's able to maintain it.
He will. He's just so awesome. So
this is why they wanted to get Kirk Cousins. We need someone in the locker room that can keep Fernando Mendoza being Fernando Mendoza. But the reason why Bianchi loves him so much, I don't know if you caught this, Mike. During the interview, he had on a Rose Bowl shirt. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Okay. He played in the Rose Bowl this past year.
Yeah.
And do you think he had to pay for that shirt? No. That was probably part of his gift bag, just like the Bulldog. He was drafted number 1 overall, wearing a free t-shirt.
Wearing the free stuff, absolutely. Another reason I love him. So if I know you're going to give out some serious grades coming up, but I'll give out a couple of grades. Obviously, I give Fernando Mendoza an A. I give the Raiders an A. Kravitz. I give the Miami Hurricanes an A+ for having 3 players taken in the first round. Who were the 3 players? So Francis Maui Noah went number 10 to the Giants. Reuben Bain, of course, went number 15 to the Bucks. And the edge rusher, Akeem Mesidor, who took him at number 22?
The Chargers.
Yeah, the Chargers take him number 22. So A+ to the Canes, A+ to the Big Ten for ending the SEC streak of most first-round draft picks. I think the SEC had held that title for 18 straight years, if I'm not mistaken. Big Ten has, 10 players selected in the first round. The SEC had 7. And finally, an A+ to UCF's Malachi Lawrence, becoming the first Knight drafted in the first round since 2018. He goes to the Dallas Cowboys.
But he did not set history that we talked about the other day.
Yeah, you were wrong about that.
I know. I was shocked. Well, I was wrong about the stat, or I was wrong about what happened. Because I said that if he's drafted in the first round, it'll be the first time a UCF player went round 1 when a Florida State or Florida player did not.
Right.
Because I didn't think Caleb Banks was going to be a first round pick.
Yeah, he was right there. Yeah, but he was a fringe first rounder.
The thought was that he was going to slip to round 2 because he's a big man with foot issues that's not even able to get onto the field until the later in the summer.
Yeah.
But the Vikings said, screw that. This guy's a world of talent. 6'6", over 300 pounds. The guy looks like Chris Jones. So if it works out, it's going to work out big.
Speaking of that, your Dolphins, they took a big man who's going to have foot issues.
Foot issues might be the least of his problems.
Yeah.
So my grade for the Miami Dolphins, they had 2 picks, and it didn't take them any time at all to knock themselves down from a potential A grade to what I'm landing on as a C- for the Dolphins, and I think I'm being generous. So they could have just sat there at 11 and taken what I believe to be the best pound-for-pound player in the draft in Caleb Downs. Instead, they slide back one spot, and they took a guy who is continuing to pack on pound-for-pound in the NFL draft, in Caden Proctor, who I believe the analysis is when he's dialed in, he's pretty impressive. I don't want a guy in the top 15 who's good when he's dialed in. I want guys who are dialed in.
Didn't they mean to say when he's dieting? When he's dieting.
When Nick Saban is saying, I'm worried about his weight issues, I'm officially concerned. Love the fact that he can play Wildcat. He's an offensive lineman. What are you doing? There were safe picks left and right in this draft on the offensive line. That was one of the strengths of the draft. And instead they went high upside, high volatility. Way to go. New management. You know who you remind me of? Everyone that came before you. Thank you very much. Now, I do like their second pick, though. That's why they get bumped up to a C-. Chris Johnson out of San Diego State University. That's a pick that I can get behind. Captain on defense type. They're drafting at least the right positions, left tackle, cornerback. They're going for the premiums. This guy's got recoverability. He's got instincts. He's got mobility.
He does.
I was just trying
He's
to do my
mobile, agile, and hostile.
They are depleted in their secondary, so they needed to draft somebody of his ilk. I like that pick. And then for the Bucks,
you gotta like this.
I'm going to give him a rock solid A. I'm not going to go A+ because there is still a chance. It's an A, okay? I love the pick. I love a good value pick. Ruben Bain fell to them at 15 for two reasons. One are his little dino arms, and two,
he's got Desmond Bain arms.
It's because of some off-the-field question marks, and his past is his past. It's unfortunate. The car accident from years ago, hopefully that's not who he is. It's just something that happened to him, but I don't know him personally, so I'm just not going to plus off of their grade. It's still an A. This is a top 5 talent that went to you at 15, and he, like Chris Johnson with the Miami Dolphins, steps onto that defense as the best player for what they drafted him to do, which is get after the quarterback. He'll be the best player on the team day one at sacking the quarterback. A for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
What do you give the Rams for Ty Simpson?
D+.
So
here's the thing.
I think Sean McVay gave him a D+ too.
Yeah, he did. We have. Let's hear from Sean. Let's hear from Sean McVay on this particular issue. Ty Simpson going 13 to the Rams.
Yeah, I did. I'll keep that between us. We'll see. He's going to compete with Stetson.
Was this the player that you guys identified and targeted, or is this situation were you guys looking at some other players and this is who was taken before this was your?
Yeah, there was a lot of players that we liked, but when you do look at it, I think the thing you liked about the body of work is, let's make one thing clear. This is Matthew's team. And you get a chance to be able to address, the backup quarterback. We've got Stetson. So to be able to add somebody that you can evaluate a body of work where he was asked to play the position and a lot of things that do translate.
Yeah, when the head coach says he's going to battle with the backup who isn't even good, that's a problem. So that's a D+.
And when he says, did you talk to Matt Stafford about this pick? And he goes, yeah, we'll keep that between ourselves.
Yeah, that sounds like McVay and Stafford are going, what the hell is Les Snead doing around here? You have a Super Bowl caliber roster. You may want to check with the head coach and see how he feels about it. Do you need anything, Shawnee? No? Okay.
Yeah, but he's just worried that Sean McVay's not going to be around after this season.
Maybe. More Game On coming your way right after this.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz. We'll be right back after this.
Okay, grab your pen, grab your paper. Let's talk round 2 bets in the NFL draft over on the award-winning Hard Rock Bet app. You can bet who the first pick of round 2 is going to be, what position they will be, and you can bet on Carson Beck specials. So I'm going with Basantis, the offensive guard out of Texas A&M. Let everybody else chase the Denzel Bostons of the world to the San Francisco 49ers. You can get that at 5-1 over on Hard Rock Bet. NBA playoffs popping off as well. Can the Spurs down the Blazers possibly without Wemby? I say no. I'm on the Portland Trail Blazers tonight. I also like them in the first quarter as well. First game in Portland in this series. Download the Hard Rock Bet app. Get in on all of the action. Props, parlays, futures. Guarantee there's a market for you. And there's never been a better time to sign up because Hard Rock Bet has a brand new welcome offer. Bet $5 on any game, and if your first bet wins, you also score $150 in bonus bets, a winning bet, and a boosted bankroll. Now that is how you get the party started on Hard Rock Bet. Payable and bonus bets, not a cash offer, offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
This is the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi, keeping it real. Let's be honest about something. In Florida, air conditioning isn't a luxury, it's a necessity. That's why having an AC company you trust is just as important as having a car mechanic you trust. For my home, that company is Ziegler Air Conditioning. Jason and his crew just celebrated 40 years of cooling Central Florida, and their maintenance program is second to none. They perform a detailed 25-point system check, clean the drain lines, change the filters, lubricate every moving part, and make sure everything is running efficiently before the hot season really kicks in. And here's something else I really like. Their technicians aren't paid commissions. That means they're not trying to upsell you on something you don't need. They're paid well to do good, honest work, period. That's the kind of company you want taking care of something as important as your AC. So give them a call at 407-245-8765, 407-245-8765. Ziegler Air Conditioning. Don't ever lose your cool.
Hey, Orlando. Brandon Kravitz here. The Orlando Magic are in the playoffs. Tune in to complete Orlando Magic playoff coverage on 96.9 The Game, and you could win a trip. Our partner, Guarantee Media, is giving away 4 days and 3 nights in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or the Dominican Republic, including hotel and airfare for only $99. To enter, just text MAGIC to 96551. That's right, sun, beaches, and an unforgettable getaway could be waiting for you. Celebrate the way the players do. It's the perfect getaway as we get into the summer months. Immerse yourself in some of the most beautiful islands that this planet has to offer. But don't wait. Spots are limited. Text MAGIC to 96551 right now for your chance to enjoy a 4-day, 3-night stay in Puerto Rico, Jamaica, or the Dominican Republic. MAGIC to 96551. Do it now and get ready for the Caribbean. And oh, by the way, go Magic.
When you're injured in a car accident and the insurance company denies your medical bills, denies to pay your lost wages, and won't repair your car, it's time to fight back. Time to call Farah and Farah at 800-500-5555. Orlando.
T-Mobile has an exclusive bundle for customers 55 and up.
I'm Sarah Bowl.
Yeah, I'm Frank Bowl.
A reliable network is key for us. And with T-Mobile, it's been wonderful. And going to the 55 plus plan saved us so much money. A lot. And that's important. Trying to keep costs down. The home internet's been perfect. It's fast, it's quick. The setup was so easy, it took less than 15 minutes.
It was like, if you want simplicity, coverage, reliability, you want the whole package, T-Mobile has it.
Right now, T-Mobile customers 55 and up can get 2 phone lines on America's best network, plus America's fastest 5G home internet for just $30 each.
$30 per month each line with autopay plus taxes and fees. Minimum age 55. Pricing for home internet rely on 2 lines of essentials. Choice 55. $35 connection charge per line required. Best mobile network and fastest 5G home internet based on analysis by Ookla of Speed Test Intelligence data 2H 2025. All rights reserved.
International Diamond Center is Florida's diamond powerhouse. Direct importer pricing on stunning natural diamonds of all shapes, all sizes, plus the finest lab-grown diamonds at unbeatable prices. Show them off with IDC's huge selection of designer engagement rings from the top names in bridal. And don't miss their incredible collection of luxury pre-owned Rolex watches in pristine condition. Family-owned, Florida-owned, IDC delivers expert guidance, unmatched selection, and legendary value. International Diamond Center, Audubon Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Montemolina. It's International Diamond Center.
Booking.com has stays for absolutely anyone. For instance, imagine you're a family of interstellar beings traveling to expand your horizons. You find a hotel with out-of-this-world balcony views. Seeing is believing. There's room service so your kids can sample the planet's culinary data. It even has Earth's most sophisticated technology, the Slipper. So cozy. If curious aliens can find their perfect stay, anyone can. Find exactly what you're booking for. Booking.com, booking.yeah.
Spring cleaning isn't just for your house, it's for your life. If your job is getting old, it's time to clear the clutter and spring into IT. Go to My Computer Career.
My Computer Career helped me get the skills and certifications I needed to start a new life as an IT professional in months, not years.
Earn the certifications the top employers are looking for right now. Visit mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation to see if it's time to spring into IT. Financial aid is available to those who qualify, including VA benefits.
Progressive knows you want to get away, but not like too away. You crave the unknown, but also charcuterie boards with 4 types of cheese. And that's exactly why you bought an RV and bundled it with Progressive, because 24/7 protection is one luxury you'll never have to give up. So go ahead, explore the wilderness, all from the comfort of your zero-gravity camp chair. Switch to Progressive and protect your RV, boat, or motorcycle by bundling with your home or auto insurance. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates of third-party insurance. Not available in all states or situations.
For over 40 years, Gomez Plumbing has built a reputation for reliable service and honest workmanship. Whether it's a simple repair, a leaky faucet, clogged drain, or a complete whole home remodel or new construction, no project is too big or too small. My wife and I asked the Facebook page in the community that we live in for some suggestions for a good plumber when we moved out to Longwood, and the first and most frequent name that popped up was Gomez Plumbing, and boy, was my community right. Very few things as reassuring as a homeowner than having a plumber that you can count on. But they don't just service my area, they service yours as well. From everyday plumbing fixes to major renovations, the experienced team at Gomez Plumbing is ready to get the job done right the first time. And when you call, Haley or Kimmy are going to be there to help, making sure that you have all of your needs met with friendly, personal service every step of the way. Choose the name that Central Florida has trusted for generations. Schedule your next service with Gomez Plumbing and let that stress wash away.
This report is sponsored by the Hartford Auto Insurance.
The heat is ramping up as we approach our weekend. Hi there, I'm Fox 35 Storm Team meteorologist TJ Springer. Not a bad end to our week. Could see a couple of showers, maybe a rumble of thunder as we progress through the remainder of the evening. But overall, it'll be a drier night. We'll have temperatures back in the low to mid 60s. Northwest of Orlando, we'll have readings back in the upper 50s to near 60s. Not too shabby, but we continue to warm up above normal Saturday. Middle 80s, upper 80s to even around 90 for some spots. And we're watching out for a few showers and thunderstorms, especially in the heating of the day with the help of that sea breeze and a little upstairs energy in the atmosphere. From the Fox 35 Storm Center, I'm meteorologist TJ Springer.
Wait until you hear this. You could save hundreds by switching to AARP Auto Insurance from The Hartford. Visit trusthartford.com. The Hartford, your protection is our passion. The Hartford Insurance Group, Inc. pays royalty fees to AARP for the use of its intellectual property. AARP and its affiliates are not insurers. Savings vary.
Felt like you missed something this morning?
It's becoming a disgusting habit at this point.
You did. You can listen while you get ready in the morning.
Wake up with us.
Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Draft reactions for the rest of the show. I'm going to go team by team.
No.
Okay. Welcome back to Game On across the Sunshine State, Orlando, Jacksonville, Tallahassee. Thanks for making us part of your afternoon. You need some motivation in your life? Me too. It's Friday. Let's get to it.
This is Jamal Mosley, head coach of the Orlando Magic, and this is your daily coach quote of the day.
Our daily source of inspiration and motivation, and since we are all looking for diamonds in the rough during the NFL draft, today's quote is about a woman's best friend, the diamonds. A muddied diamond is better than an unsullied pebble. Think about that. If you're the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, drafting Reuben Bain at 15 overall, he is a muddied diamond. And in the fourth round, you get some unsullied pebbles. But who wants those? Give me the diamond I got to polish off.
I'd rather have the unsullied pebble.
It's just a pebble. Why would you want you can wash off a diamond that has a little mud on it. You can get like $1,500 for that. What do you get for a pebble? Nothing. Put it in a fish tank.
Why would you want an unsullied diamond when you could get a fake cubic zirconium that looks so much better and is much cheaper?
Because it's not real. You want the real stuff. You want the goods. That has value.
Okay.
Text question today, free for all Friday, 50857. You can ask us anything that you want. Let's head there right now. We have tickets to give away,
but
I know if you're listening to the opening segment, you ever seen Men in Black when this is a second Will Smith reference on today's show, by the way, where they pull out the little flashlight and then they flash it in your eye and you forget everything that happened. That's what I'm doing to all of you. The tickets are not for tomorrow. The tickets are for Monday. It is still Magic Pistons. It is still Eastern Conference Round 1 playoff tickets, but it's Monday night Game 4, not Saturday afternoon Game 3. We still have tickets.
I just found an inspirational quote about diamonds.
Oh, let's hear it.
Diamonds are nothing more than chunks of coal that stuck to their jobs.
Oh, that's good.
Huh?
That's nice.
Diamonds
Can you translate that?
Huh? Yeah. It means diamonds didn't give up. They didn't just say, we're just a chunk of coal. Let's go do something else. No, Diamond said, we're going to stick to it. We're going to stay here. We're going to take the pressure. And sooner or later, we're going to be beautiful.
That's right. Now I'm on a necklace. I could have just ruined a kid's Christmas, but instead,
right. Yeah.
I cost the husband about $3,000. Somebody said IDC line on 2 for Bianchi. 1, 2, 3. Let's see. What else do we have here? LMAO, Bianchi. That means laughing my ass off.
I know what it means.
Bianchi saying, take away the iceberg and the Titanic was a great cruise. Bianchi with the bars. Yeah, he's delivered those in the past as well.
It's an oldie but a goodie.
Hey, Bianchi and Krav, love your show. Can't wait to get your take on the NFL draft. Also, I lost it. Hold on.
I want to talk busts the draft.
Bust of the draft. I know there's a lot of talent. My biggest question marks right now are the Jets drafting Sadiq. I think we can all say his prime was at Oregon now, and the Giants taking Sonny Styles. Oh, I don't have any issue with the Giants taking Sonny Styles whatsoever. He's the most. Or the Giants didn't take Sonny Styles. The Giants took Arvell Reese. The Commanders took Sonny Styles. So already incorrect on that one. Arvell Reese and Francis Maui Noah. That is how the John Harbaugh era starts for the New York Giants. Not bad. And the Jets
we've got a great Maui Noah clip we're going to play during Mike.
Excited about that. David Bailey goes too. The Jets chose production over upside. I'm always more in the camp of if the talent is at least close enough, give me the guy that actually produced something. David Bailey was the better college player over Arvell Reese. I think the Jets are one of those teams that did quite well for themselves on draft night. They already have 3 players they've added to the mix. We'll get to more of your texts and talkbacks. Hour 1 of the show continues right after this.
Game on with Bianchi and Kravitz.
I know the idea of routine checkups on your AC system doesn't sound like a great way to spend your time, but believe me, it can save you from all sorts of inconveniences, and Mills Air is there to help. Unexpected breakdowns, repairs, all these things that you just simply don't want to deal with. If you get ahead of it, your hit rate on not having AC issues will skyrocket. It is amazing the way that comfort, stability, all of those things have come into play for me. I don't even worry about my AC unit anymore because of the regular maintenance that I get from Mills Air. So whether it is preventative maintenance or if your AC is just barely hanging on or if it's completely tapped out, Mills Air can get you back to feeling crisp, cold, and comfortable fast. Call Leon and the crew, schedule your appointment, and tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. 407-277-1159, online at millsair.com, and you could be their next cool customer.
Are you ready for a weekend getaway that's got something for everyone? Then pack your bags and head to Mission Resort and Club in beautiful Howey in the Hills, just a short drive from Orlando, right there next to Claremont. Now, if you love golf like I do, this place is special. Mission Resort is home to 2 championship courses. I love El Campeon, the Champion, founded in 1917 and one of the most historic and challenging courses in the Southeast. Book your tee times, and when you check in at the pro shop, tell them Bianchi sent you, and you'll get a free bucket of range balls. But listen, it's not just about golf. We're talking tennis, pickleball, or rent a boat at the marina and explore the largest chain of lakes in Florida. And when the day winds down, relax at the spa or grab an incredible meal at one of their on-site restaurants. And coming up, don't miss their Mother's Day Grand Brunch Buffet. Chef carving stations, made-to-order omelets, fresh seafood, incredible entrees, and a dessert spread that will blow you away. Oh, I'm already hungry. For brunch reservations, hotel stays, and tea times, visit missionresortandclub.com. Mission Resort and Club, your next great escape is closer than you think.
There's a crash partially blocking the off-ramp from I-4 westbound to Central Florida Parkway. Look out for emergency crews there. Crews are still off to the shoulder on I-4 westbound past US 27, clearing up that earlier accident. Traffic's getting by in all lanes. Expect some slowdowns in that area, though. Westbound on the beach lane past Dallas Boulevard, there's a crash off to the shoulder. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Summit Racing Equipment.
It's Car Care Month, and Summit Racing has what you need for bumper-to-bumper care. Revive the interior, exterior, underhood, and more. Shop summitracing.com. Use promo code RADIO for $10 off an order of $100 or more. Exclusions apply. Offer ends May 3rd, 2026.
If you want your windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Protect your home with factory direct impact windows from Reese Windows and Doors. At Reese, they've been installing affordable, high-quality windows for over 50 years, and most windows are installed in under 8 weeks. Get out your phone because now is your chance to win them for free. Just text the word TRUST to 20129 to win $25,000 in new windows from Reese Windows and Doors. Text TRUST to 20129 and good luck from Reese Windows and Doors.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so that you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves, none of that silly, funny business. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, local Orchard agents list and sell your home for top dollar. Orchard's First Move program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and then sell your home at a later date. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Go to orchard.com to get your free home valuation today. That's orchard.com.
At Crush Yard, pickleball is just the beginning. You'll find a full restaurant and bar, arcade games, and plenty of space to hang out with friends. What starts as a few games often turns into food, drinks, and losing track of time. Play a match, grab a bite, catch up, or stay a while. Whether you're competitive, casual, or just along for the fun, there's something here for everyone. Learn more at crushyard.com.
Listen to 96.9 The Game in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game on iHeart Radio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Steel is the #1 brand in gas-powered landscaping equipment, and you can find it at your local Tools Ace Hardware. From homeowner to professional, Steel has the perfect zero-turn mower for your landscaping needs. Get 0% financing plus instant rebates on select Steel mowers and on any additional Steel tools. And don't forget, Tools Ace Hardware has trained techs in their stores to service and repair your Steel equipment. Steel zero-turn mowers are available in-store at 12 Tools Ace Hardware locations. Find your local Tools Ace Hardware at toolsacehardware.com. It's Tools Ace, your local helpful place.
Once you dabble in Taco Bell's Lux boxes, including the $5, $7, and $9 box with its triple-double crunch wrap, you might think dinner includes a chauffeur. It doesn't. However, it does include a drink. Choose your Lux box at Taco Bell today. For a limited time while supplies last. Specialty drinks excluded, tax extra.
Okay, fellas, let's be real. If your lady isn't herself lately, if she's tired, cranky, no interest in sex, you know it's not her fault. And if you're walking around with no energy and low sex drive, it's not just you getting older. It's your hormones, both of you. you. That's why I want to tell you about Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness. This is where couples go when they want to feel alive again. What separates this place from all the others is Dr. John Carrazella, an internationally acclaimed Yale-trained doctor who gave up his successful career as an orthopedic surgeon to focus on hormone health. He's helped thousands of couples get back to feeling sharp, sexy, and actually excited to be around each other again. And fellas, trust me, when she starts feeling better, everything changes for both of you. Mention my name and get $50 off a new patient consultation or 10% off any service or product. Go to hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog and tell them Mike Bianchi, the Bulldog, sent you. That's hormonesandwellness.com/bulldog.
Follow the game on Facebook at 96.9 The Game. Sponsored by the law offices of Anajar and Levine, accident attorneys. Have you been in an accident? Call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE.
That's 1-800-747-3733.
That red talkback mic on the free iHeart app could win you something amazing.
The iHeart Awards in LA.
Plus, it's the fastest way to get your voice on your favorite station.
Thanks, guys. Love you.
I love you guys. Have a good day.
Try the talkback mic now. Just open the free iHeart Radio app.
Everyone has a community to lean on. A neighborhood, school, kids' teams, where you worship, work out, or any other place or group where you choose to belong. Communities can provide support when you need it, and even when you don't know you do. Like when it comes to preventing underage drinking and other substance use. You've talked with your kids and shared clear expectations, but you're not with them every minute. Your community members, friends and relatives, teachers and coaches, faith leaders, and other important adults in your kids' lives can be your eyes, ears, and a supportive influence when you're not around, reinforcing your messages with your kids and alerting you to warning signs of underage drinking or other substance use. So talk with your kids about these issues and involve the members of your community to help keep your kids safe. Because when you talk, they hear you.
WYGM Orlando, WJRR HD2, Cocoa Beach, Orlando, an iHeart radio station. Guaranteed human. It's a free-for-all Friday. Let your voice be heard and see what you can get Bianchi and Kravitz all fired up about. Text us at 50857 or hit us up on the iHeart Radio Talkback. Now back to Game On.
It's a Friday on Game On, which means
I got me a rock and roll band. It's a
free-for-all Friday. That's right. Presented by Bananas Axe Cabana in Lake Buena Vista, right in the heart of the entertainment capital of Orlando. Once you hit that first bullseye, you're hooked. Over at Bananas Axe Cabana, go and check them out this weekend. I am hearing through the grapevine of our producer that we have someone on the talkback. We call it the Rage Cage. It's raging on us.
Oh, bring it.
Apparently we did something they don't like. Let's hear it from Bill.
Okay, you guys, your personal endorsements of all these service companies, a little tiring, but my question is, do you really use them all, and are you always satisfied? I mean, come on now, pest companies, AC companies, plumbing companies, financial planners. So yeah, I mean, I'm just confused. Do you really use all those services? And, oh, by the way, using Jamal Mosley as the quote of the day, he's not so inspirational anymore. Doesn't even work on his team.
Wow. All right, Bill.
Wow. I use Ziegler Air Conditioning. I use Burton Home Security. I use all Florida Center for Hormones and Wellness, Mission Resort. Love going out there. I absolutely. I only endorse Trajan Wealth. I'm a client of theirs. I only use companies that I frequent.
Yeah, same. That is the beauty of having a lot of endorsements in this business, is that it affords you the ability to be selective with who you talk about. When I first started doing that, I said yes to anybody that wanted to use my voice to promote their business. And now that I'm more seasoned and more desirable to a potential client, then you have the ability to say, nah, I don't really want to endorse that. I don't want to put my name on it. And I don't think I could talk about it genuinely. So no, I think both Bianchi and I are the same in that way now, having been in this business for a long time. If we're going to talk about a company, then we're going to use them. And here's the thing. Are all these companies perfect? Probably not. No company is. But, that is the nice thing about being the one on the radio that talks about them is they usually go above and beyond to treat you well. So I have not had bad experiences with any of the companies that I've discussed with you guys.
And even though, we have some national endorsements, I like endorsing local businesses. And
you are Captain Local.
So there was one a few years back, and sadly it was right after, there was a spate of mass shootings in the country. In fact, the Pulse shooting, it was a few months after that. And one of the ad executives at the radio station came to me and asked me if I wanted to endorse Machine Gun World. Yeah, and I said, nah, I don't think so.
Yep.
Yeah.
So on the other end of that spectrum, to give you an idea of how probably around that same time frame, I was still not getting endorsements, and it is
so you're the one who did Machine Gun World?
I didn't do Machine Gun World. They didn't offer that to me. But I did endorse a strip club.
What?
I did very briefly.
Which one? Rachel's?
Nah, it was on an Orange Blossom Trail.
Oh my God.
It was not a nice one.
Looked like Club One.
I actually did like a come and hang out event at the strip club. It did not go well.
There was an old sports radio talk show host, former Times Union columnist in Jacksonville. He became a radio host after he left the Times Union. His name was Greg Larson. He used to do his show every day on remote from this strip club called Wacko's up in Jacksonville. He would bring the strippers up and interview them. Yeah, and interview them and ask them about their sex. Yeah, it was
what?
Yeah, it was such bad radio.
Coming up right after the break, Poison Ivy joins the show.
Bambi will join us. Yeah, it was so bad. It was great.
Now this could be funny if we do Harry Carey live from the strip club,
live from Wacko's.
Hi, Howard Carey here, live from Wacko's. We've got Rose joining me here on the broadcast. Live, we have buy one get one champagne bottles and all the Guns N' Roses music you can handle. Game on. Oh man, see, this is what Free for All Friday is all about. Somebody said, I'm hearing Mike's comment about Pebble versus Diamond. It's no wonder his marriage didn't work out.
I'll have you know, I bought a pear-shaped engagement ring for my lovely ex-wife, Donna. It was at least a quarter carat, maybe a half.
Mike goes, hey, listen, I got you something. This is even better than a diamond. Ready? I picked it up from the front yard. It's a pebble. What would you want one of those silly diamonds for? This is straight.
It's my favorite pebble I've ever found.
That's it. Just for you, sweetheart. 60 seconds away. More NFL draft talk. Don't go anywhere.
Welcome back to the premier afternoon sports show in the state of Florida. Game On with Mike Bianchi and Brandon Kravitz.
NFL draft rolls along today. 32 picks are in, and we have waves of content to discuss that has come out of those selections, and I could not think of anyone better to break it all down than this man right here, Jim Coventry, senior football analyst over at rotowire.com. Jim, let's start hot. Best value pick of round one in your opinion?
You know, I really think at the end of the day, Casey Concepcion, not a sexy pick, going to the Browns, not a team you're excited about. But the Browns worked up their offensive line in the offseason a bit, and Casey Concepcion at pick 24, this is a guy against NFL zone defenses who can get open. And as bad as the quarterbacks are, they're going to complete passes, and he's going to get open in the areas of the field where things can really get piled up, receptions and yards. So I surprisingly think Casey Concepcion is a great value pick.
Yeah, the Browns did quite well for themselves. Did you like the Spencer Fano pick as well? I mean, I always struggle with the Browns because they tend to – I like their drafts, and then it turns out they're the Browns, and everybody just kind of falls into the land of the abyss.
You know, yeah, there's no doubting that. We can't count on the Browns to actually make this work, but they're doing the right thing. And they approached it well in the draft. It's exactly what I thought they would do. I did mock Concepcion to them. I mocked the tackle to them, but not the wrong one because they traded down with the Chiefs, which is fine. That was a smart thing. They'd trade down, but it's exactly what they needed to do. And look, this team is years away from competing, but what they've done with their offensive line, Quinshon Judkins could be in for a little bit of an improved season. But yeah, the Browns are going to fail. I guess we know that. But you know what? Let's enjoy the moment.
Yeah. Where do you land on the number 3 overall pick? The Cardinals took the plunge. They got the sexy name in Jeremiah Love. You know, the Marvin Harrison Jr. thing's not working out great for them. They needed a foundational piece. They needed to sell some jerseys, put some butts in seats. This feels like as much a marketing draft pick as it is one for the football field. Hell of a player, but do you agree with the move drafting a running back that early?
I love the way you frame it because I never think about the marketing stuff. I always think like X's and O's in football, but you're probably right, and that's the reason why they took it. I have to say this. The Cardinals have been making mistakes for decades. And like the Browns, little theme going here, I really think that they took a luxury pick. A running back at number 3, it's a luxury pick. What, Bijan Robinson was like 7 or 8. Jahmyr Gibbs wasn't as high as number 3. They still were luxury picks, but number 3, this is where you get a game-changing edge rusher, a foundational offensive tackle, exactly what the Cardinals need. And they splurged on a Lamborghini when they had to get like a whole garage full of Fords. So it was a mistake. They could not make this move.
Jim, what did you think about the Bucks? Ruben Bain, I guess did he fall to number 15? What did you think about the Bucks getting Ruben Bain?
I sure thought he fell. I expected him to go in probably the top 8, 9 picks. So to go to 15, and I knew the Bucks would take an edge rusher, but they were going to have to probably get a limited edge rusher. Well, they ended up lucking out. I don't see Ruben Bain is so limited. I think he can do everything they're going to need him. I think he can play all 3 downs. And the Bucks desperately need edge help. So to me, this had to be Christmas Day with, Santa's gifts falling in your lap because this was a huge gain for the Buccaneers.
Also, the Dolphins, they were supposed to pick number 11. They could have gotten Caleb Downs, but they moved down a spot to take Proctor, the big I was going to say something I shouldn't have said. The big boned lineman from Alabama. What do you think about that move?
He is the type of offensive lineman that frequently misses in the NFL. The tools and the size together, it looks like this perfect package, but it rarely, the player that big doesn't really end up ever reaching that ceiling. It's one of these things that it's this illusion. But the Dolphins are the team that, you know what, take the splash. If it does work out, you ended up doing great here. And I mean, they're not a team that was 1, 2, 3, or 4 players away. So if a team's going to take that shot, why not Miami? I just don't understand why they don't look at a wide receiver. You bring in Malik Willis to run your team, and basically your wide receiver room is sponsored by Five Guys Restaurant because that's who you got, 5 guys. Good luck naming them unless you're a loser like me that does this for a living and knows all their names, but I shouldn't know their names. So they brought in nobody. And even with the pick at the end of the round, the Dolphins, they traded Chris Johnson. It was a great pick. But what are they going to do? Are they going to see 9-man stacked boxes because nobody thinks they can throw the ball? And Devon Achane, even though he got by last year, is there going to be any room to run? How is this team going to move the football? And what is that going to do for the organization? I get the 2 picks. They're foundational positions. But come on, you've got to be able to at least move the football.
Social media last night sort of reacted to Sean McVay's body language with the Ty Simpson pick. A lot of people think, hey, that was GM Les Snead's pick, not Sean McVay's. What did you think about the pick, and do you think it was Sean McVay's? Do you think Sean McVay liked it?
So today, Sean McVay is being the good company man, saying I was with this pick the whole way. There's no way Sean McVay was with us. Back in 2021, the Rams went all in. They brought in Matthew Stafford. They got Odell Beckham. They won a Super Bowl. Things were great. Well, this team is in a Super Bowl window, and that window is not going to be open long. Matthew Stafford does not have a lot of time left. His back has been problematic. He's aging. Devontae Adams, before the end of the season, he'll be 34. 2 straight years of hamstring injuries, and they take a backup quarterback. Unconscionable. Because if Adams falls off, you go to Kanata Mumfeld and Jordan Whittington, and you really think you're going to get to a Super Bowl with that? And I know McVay's a genius, but that's not going to work. And so a receiver would have been a good move. But they could have gone with another offensive tackle. They could have added another edge rusher. They could have made a move to get them pushed through that Super Bowl door. This move, and the Rams don't have many picks. If I'm correct, they pick at the end of the round 2. I think after 2 and 3, they pick the end of 2 and 3. After that, they don't have a 4th and a 5th. So this is really problematic for them. So I don't know what they were thinking, but they were not thinking Super Bowl when they made that pick.
It does feel a lot like the Green Bay Packers taking Jordan Love from a few years ago. And while I'm not in love with the move, I'm definitely not in love with Ty Simpson. If it works 2 years down the road, Jim, it's hard to argue with it because look at how it's worked out for Green Bay. They haven't had that awkward hiccup year. They just rolled from one great quarterback to a young guy that has gotten them right back to the playoffs. If Ty Simpson's able to do that in a couple of years, yeah, Sean McVay doesn't like it, but that's kind of what it's a luxury move for them because they have such a talented roster. What do you think about that when thinking about the rebuttal to it all?
I respect your line about the Packers transitioning, but what did the transition get them? There is one goal in the NFL. It's win a Super Bowl, and they won one in 2011. And so if by taking Jordan Love, if that kept them from getting a player that possibly could have put them over the top of time, and maybe that didn't happen. Maybe it would have been one player away. But I'm telling you, if they could have had a Super Bowl and not had Jordan Love, you'll take that Super Bowl every single time. And if the Rams don't win a Super Bowl this year, and the Ty Simpson thing is nice later, but they don't win a Super Bowl there, I think you have to go for it when you can. And there's no guarantee Sean McVay's even around. Because if Sean McVay doesn't really like Ty Simpson, and he's just playing the company line today, guess what Sean McVay is going to do with Matthew Stafford's done? He's going to be in a TV booth on Sunday laughing at the Rams.
Last thing for you, Jim, before we cut you loose. There were a lot of teams that had multiple first-round picks. The Dolphins were one of them. The Chiefs were one of them. The Jets had 3 after trading back into the first round. I love what the Cowboys did with Caleb Downs and UCF's Malachi Lawrence. Who rises to the top of your list among the teams that had multiple picks last night?
it has to be Dallas. And you don't really, I mean, honestly, don't really want to give Jerry Jones much of anything after losing Micah Parsons last year and then messing with George Pickens on the franchise tag. Now, I mean, the karma shouldn't be his way, but the fact that Caleb Downs fell to 11, I mocked him at 5. In today's league, if you have one of those versatile safeties, you have a cheat code. And he went to 11. And I don't know how they got that fortune. And then to get an edge rusher. Their edge rush room in Dallas is decent, but another chip in there. And all of a sudden, that Dallas defense that was giving up points like a video game last year, guess what? They might not be that bad this year. And if somehow they could keep Dak and the group happy and healthy and Pickens, from being upset about his money, Dallas could be a fun team in a dark horse this year to make some noise.
Yeah, you never know what you're going to see in that division either. Jim Coventry from rotowire.com. Always appreciate it. Thanks for the time.
Enjoy the day.
Jim was bringing the heat.
He's good.
He's the best.
He's
Up
really
next, we are raging away on a Friday. See what's got us all revved up after this.
Now here's your chance to win $1,000. Just enter this nationwide keyword on our website, rich. That's rich. Enter it now.
This is the Bulldog, Mike Bianchi. Every team needs franchise players, the kind you build around for years. Just like, a lot of the NFL teams think they got those last night. Well, guess what? Your home deserves the same. It deserves franchise players as well. Too many Florida houses are stuck with builder-grade windows that don't even last a decade. Renewal by Andersen replaces them every single day. That's not durability. That's like drafting an NFL bust, all right? Acclaim Impact windows by Renewal are custom built for Florida's brutal heat, humidity, and storm season. With Fibrex material that's twice as strong as vinyl, they're built for longevity. They don't warp, they don't crack, they do not degrade over time. They're also engineered to withstand high velocity impact and flying debris, providing enhanced storm protection and peace of mind. And thanks to superior insulation, they help reduce energy loss and lower those utility bills. You definitely like that. And right now, during their exclusive 1 month only sale, when you purchase one window or door, guess what? You'll receive the second 40% off. And with 0 down, 0 payments, and 0 interest for 12 months, it's never been easier to upgrade. So hurry. This offer ends April 30th. Restrictions apply whether you're in Central Florida, the Gulf Coast, or in Jacksonville. Visit bestwindowsflorida.com to schedule that complimentary in-home consultation. License number CGC 1527613. Renewal by Andersen, engineered for Florida homes.
I know the idea of a routine checkup to your AC system doesn't sound like an exciting endeavor, but what it can save you from pushes it right to the top of the priority list. Mills Air can save you from unexpected breakdowns and repairs, and it always happens when you least expect it. So do yourself a favor and join the club of cool customers over at Mills Air. Heating, cooling, installation, and maintenance, they make the process simple, effective, and affordable for all. They've been good to me for years, and it's because of their professionalism and high quality that my AC is one thing I never have to worry about at my house. Major stress relief. Whether your AC is barely hanging on or it's completely tapped out, Mills Air gets you back to feeling crisp, cold, and comfortable fast. Call Leon and the crew, schedule your appointment, and tell them that Brandon Kravitz from Game On sent you by. 407-277-1159. Visit their website at millsair.com and be their next cool customer.
Look out for emergency crews partially blocking the ramp from I-4 westbound to Central Florida Parkway. There's a crash off to the shoulder on I-4 eastbound near Maitland Boulevard getting cleared up. Beach Line westbound near Dallas Boulevard. There's a crash off to the shoulder causing some slowdowns. The roadways are busy, so travel with caution this afternoon. See traffic troubles, call the Valvoline Instant Oil Change Traffic Tip Line at 866-676-8477. From the Traffic Center, I'm James Birmingham.
This report is sponsored by Taco Bell. Once you dabble in Taco Bell's Lux Boxes, including the $5, $7, and $9 box with its triple-double crunch wrap, you might think dinner includes a chauffeur. It doesn't. However, it does include a drink. Choose your Lux Box at Taco Bell today. For a limited time while supplies last. Specialty drinks excluded. Tax extra.
If you care about predictions and props, right now, it's all about playoff pressure from the hardwood to the ice. BetOnline has always been the home of real sports wagering deep markets, sharp odds, and player props built for real fans. Basketball playoffs are heating up, stars taking over, series swinging on a single shot. And in hockey, it's all speed, grit, and sudden death moments where one goal changes everything. BetOnline delivers live betting and in-game odds that move with every bucket, every breakaway, every goal. BetOnline, the game starts here.
Listen to 96.9 The Game in your smart home. Just tell Alexa to play 96.9 The Game on iHeart Radio. Sponsored by Mark Spain Real Estate.
Out here, we hear your speed before we see you. Wind that rocks us.
Cars drifting toward us.
This isn't just a road, it's our workplace. Slow down.
Keep your distance.
Stay focused. Your choices matter.
Let's get everyone home safely.
Learn more about the Florida Department of Transportation's Target Zero initiative at WorkZoneSafetyFL.com.
Imagine finding your dream home and moving in right away. No waiting to sell your old place first. Sounds perfect, right? That's exactly what Orchard's Move First, Sell Later program lets you do. Buy your new home now and sell the old one later. Here's how it works. Orchard gives you cash so that you can buy and move into your new home first on your timeline. No waiting, no showings, no double moves, none of that silly, funny business. Then the Orchard experts take it from there. They handle repairs on your old home so you attract the right buyers. Once they're done, local Orchard agents list and sell your home for top dollar. Orchard's First Move program gives you the freedom to buy and move into your new home first and then sell your home at a later date. Buy before you sell and get top dollar for your home with Orchard. Ready to find out how much your home is worth? Go to orchard.com to get your free home valuation today. That's orchard.com.
If you want to know windows there in weeks, pick up the phone and just text Reese.
Win $25,000 in new impact windows from Reese Windows. Pick up your phone and text the word TRUST right now to 20129. That's TRUST to 20129.
My name is Christine, and I'm a widow. My husband, Ryan, was a healthy 34-year-old, and 3 months later, he was gone. Thankfully, he had life insurance. Ethos made it so easy. You can get a quote in seconds, apply in minutes, and get same-day coverage. 100% online, no medical exam. Life insurance didn't take away the loss, but it did give us the space to just grieve.
Get your free quote at ethos.com/music. Ethos.com/music. Paid spokesperson. Time spent on application may vary. Online health questions required.
We are Orlando's sports leader, broadcasting live from the FM 96.9 The Game studio. Brought to you by the Nickley Group, Orlando's home team. Doing real estate differently. TheNickleyGroup.com.
American soccer is about to explode.
The World Cup is coming. I'm Tab Ramos.
I'm Tom Boat. On our podcast, Inside American Soccer, you'll get the real storylines, the biggest decisions, and the truth about the U.S. national team.
It wouldn't be a huge surprise if our team ends up in the quarterfinals or potentially a great run into the semifinal.
Search Inside American Soccer on iHeart Radio, America's #1 podcast network, and the Webby Podcast Company of the Year.
969thegame.com.
You deserve a break to get away from it all. And 1011 WJRR is giving you the chance to win it. Imagine jetting off to Jamaica. It's beaches, it's mountains, lively, yet laid back, luxurious, and adventurous. A vibe, a vacation, a worry-free destination. Listen on our free iHeart Radio app. Set us as your #1 preset and tap the contest tab for your chance to win a 4-day, 3-night, all-inclusive vacation to any Sandals or Beaches resort in Jamaica. From 1011 WJRR.
Hurricane season is coming, but this year, getting ready is going to feel a whole lot different. Join us May 2nd for Storm Prep Live, a family-friendly hurricane prep party that takes the stress out of staying safe. Bring the whole crew and experience kid-friendly games and activities, live hurricane safety demos, interactive booths to help protect your home, family, pets, and property, plus music, food, and a party vibe all day long. Meet your favorite local TV and weather personalities. Check out the Touch a Truck display with real emergency and storm response vehicles. Experience the Hurricane Wind Simulator, and don't miss your chance to win big with raffles and giveaways all event long, including a generator. There's even pet adoptions, a special needs registry, and free hurricane drink cups while supplies last. Whether you're new to Florida or a seasoned pro prep, Storm Prep Live gives you the tools, the knowledge, and the confidence to face hurricane season while actually having a fun time doing it. Storm Prep Live, Saturday, May 2nd from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. at the City of Lake Mary City Hall Complex. Get more details at realradio.fm/prep.
Orlando's hometown sports station. This is 96.9 The Game, AM 740, and the free iHeart Radio app. Now back to Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
Even though it is a fun-filled Friday here on Game On, we still have things that we need to get off of our chest. We have rages. You can rage with us by entering the Rage Cage. Hit that microphone button at the top of the iHeart app. That is your invite to rant and rave towards us. Anything that we discuss today, you can comment on that. If you're bothered by something that we do, like Bill, you can let us know, and we will air it and comment on it, especially on a free-for-all Friday. I am so sick and tired of athletes, current athletes. If you're a former athlete, whatever. We'll save my gripe towards you for another day. You are under contract for a professional sports team.
Mm-hmm.
Why do you feel the need to go on live streams and podcasts to voice your opinion? This is Malik Neighbors of the New York Giants during the NFL draft commenting on his team's selections. Listen.
Player, don't get me wrong, I love the player, but just like he said, like where do you play? Like you wanna be on the outside and rush, but we just drafted somebody to do that same position.
2022 with the 5th pick, Kayvon Thibodeau, and then last year with the 3rd pick, Abdul Carter. So it's 3 times in the top 5 in the last 4 years they've gone edge.
The reason why I said Caleb Downs, and I know it's going to be...
There's still a chance they can get him at 10.
And it's still... Yeah, but I'm saying, though, like, you have to get them when they're available. It's not saying that he's going to be at 10. And because we just traded Dex,
right?
You need interior D-line. I understand getting outside backer, he wants to rush, okay, cool. But I'm saying, though, when you eliminate something from there, you have to put something in the back end.
If I ran a sports organization, if I ran a sports franchise, one of the first things I would write into every single contract is you can't do a single podcast or go on a single live stream. No, absolutely not. What do you need? What good does it do for Malik Neighbors, an active wide receiver on the Giants, to go, I'm not really sure I like this pick?
Right. Yeah, you're not an analyst. You're playing for the team.
You're on the team.
Right.
This guy's acting like he's Mel Kiper.
Yeah,
Get out of here. I cannot stand that.
All right. I've got to rage against Mike Vrabel. And again, this story with Diana Rossini has gotten out of control. Mike Vrabel, who 3 days ago, went in front of the media and apologized and said, I got to do a better job of being a leader. And, I got to be better for my family. That was 3 days ago. Last night, again, before the NFL draft started, he got up again and essentially said the same thing. Listen.
I understand that there are questions, but I take accountability for my actions and the actions that caused a distraction to the people that I care most about, my family, this football team, the organization, and our fans. My previous actions don't meet the standard that I hold myself to. They don't. And what I believe is best for the two most important things in my life, my family and this football team, is for us to take the necessary steps to work together.
Okay,
and
that's good. That's good. Okay, so he's not going to be at day 3 of the draft. That was announced yesterday. He's not going to be at day 3 on Saturday. The latest photos of him and Diana Rossini from 6 years ago smooching at a New York bar were printed by page 6 of the New York Post, and TMZ had some photos as well. Kravitz, you said this the other day, and I sort of blew it off like, it's not going to matter. He's a successful football coach. I'm starting to think Mike Vrabel might not be back as the head coach of the New England Patriots. He has since, again, he's apologized twice in 3 days, essentially saying the same thing. This sort of reminds me of the Tiger Woods sex scandal that derailed Tiger's career. I mean, let's face it. That derailed Tiger's career. He became a punchline. He's remained a punchline. Perkins waitresses, all of that stuff. I think Vrabel and Rossini are punchlines now. I think this is what they're going to be known for. And you said it could erode trust in the locker room. I think his players are probably laughing at him now.
Absolutely. His voice has less authority in the locker room. I mean, listen to him.
Right.
He sounds like a cowering dog right now.
Right.
This does not curry favor for big alpha men in a locker room that you are basically in the corner. You just got whapped on the nose and you're acting like it. You're not even allowed to attend day 3 of the draft because you've screwed up so royally. And now you go to the podium and talk about how important family is. You've been cheating on your wife for 6 years. So some of that stuff, it doesn't really land in the integrity department.
He's no longer an NFL coach. You know what he is? He's, as you mentioned, he's a punchline. He's tabloid fodder. That's what he is. He's tabloid fodder now. He and Diana Rossini, who, by the way, deleted her Twitter account yesterday.
Yeah, for very different reasons. The two of them have damaged their image for their active jobs. For her, it's because she's in a source world.
She has no credibility.
She's lost that, and she's lost any connection that she had outside of Mike Vrabel. She was well connected in the NFL. Who in the world, moving forward, would tell her anything? You'd be foolish if you're an assistant coach for the Cardinals. Why would you ever utter a word to Diana Rossini that would get back to potentially the inside of another football organization? So
it's the night of the NFL draft, and Mike Vrabel stands up in front of the Patriots media, and he has to address this again and say the same thing he said 2 days prior. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Yep. She lost her credibility in the news world, and he has lost his
in the locker
room. Or integrity, character, accountability, all these things.
Culture. What about culture?
Oh, culture. What about you? What was Monica McNutt think at a time like this?
Mike Vrabel.
Mic'd up on the way, Nick.
Game On with Bianchi and Kravitz.
This is your Tools Ace Hardware assist of the night. Paolo Banchero punishing the rim and planting seeds like a gardener.
And now Banchero will run out, and he threw that thing down hard. Oh, my goodness. Paolo Banchero just erupted, and he was fouled. That was something special. And at the very least, something for y'all to think about before Saturday.
If you're gearing up for game day, Tools Ace is your MVP for grilling greatness. From Big Green Egg to Traeger, they've got everything you need to fire up the flavor. 14 Central Florida locations, including their brand new store in downtown Windermere. Tools Ace is your neighborhood home maintenance expert, the helpful place every night and your best stop before the game. Go to toolsacehardware.com and go Magic.
In sports, all coaches know the 5 Ps. Proper planning prevents poor performance. That's true on the field, and it's true with your finances. When Trajan Wealth reviewed my plan, they showed me where I was dropping the ball. That old 401k, it was just sitting there collecting dust. They got it back in the game and built a strategy around my goals and timeline. Markets may be volatile these days, but Trajan Wealth focuses on your unique situation, not some cookie cutter formula. They are fiduciaries who put you first. So don't settle for poor performance in your retirement. Get your financial playbook in order. Call Trajan Wealth at 407-204-0300 and tell them Mike Bianchi sent you. Or visit TrajanWealth.com to schedule your free consultation. That's TRAJAN Wealth.com. Advisory services through Trajan Wealth, LLC, SEC registered investment advisor, client, paid advertisement, additional disclosures at TrajanWealth.com.
Order for Jennifer C.
Is this my double shot, double cream, double froth, double pump, double whip, double sleeve?
Yeah. Can you handle that much caffeine?
Did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Oh, really? That's great.
Seriously, did you know Discover automatically doubles all the cash back you've earned at the end of your first year?
Yeah, you just said that.
Did you say I just said that?
Yeah, I'm cutting you off.
I can't have any more? Why not?
You earn, we match. Discover Cashback Match. See terms at discover.com/creditcard.
You'll use the radio in your car more than anything else. When buying a new car, make sure the AM/FM is simple, clear, and convenient.
Overheard at the Hard Rock Bet Party.
Meta World Peace. What's up, man?
Nah, that's not my name anymore, thanks to Hard Rock Bet.
We're doing this again, are we?
Now I go by Meta, over rebounds, under assists, method of first basket, free throw, piece.
Huh. So you really can same game parlay practically anything now on Hard Rock Bet.
It's the only place I play these days.
Download the Hard Rock Bet app and start playing today. Hard Rock Bet. Roll with us.
Offered by the Seminole Tribe of Florida. Must be 21 plus and physically present in Florida to wager. Terms and conditions apply. Concerned about your gambling? Call or text 1-833-PLAY-WISE.
A mom wouldn't give her newborn a beer, but when she drinks while pregnant, the alcohol she drinks gets passed directly to the baby. This can lead to lifelong conditions that can be treated but can't be cured. If you have had any alcohol while pregnant, now is the perfect time to stop. Visit floridahealth.gov/FASD for more information. Again, that's floridahealth.gov/FASD.
Ever wonder what it's like behind the counter at those big corporate jewelry stores? Max Woodson knows, and it wasn't pretty.
It's hard to do what's best for the customer when you're given a strict outline on the profit you need to make, the dollars you need to make, the goals you need to hit, the commissions you have to hit. It's really hard to do what's right for the customer.
That's why Max left the Wall Street-owned chains and joined International Diamond Center, a locally owned jeweler. At IDC, it's not about quotas, it's about you.
It's getting to know people, getting to talk to people, building relationships. It's something that's important to me. It's what I love the most.
At IDC, Max can focus on what matters, doing right by customers, even if it means less profit.
I have a scenario where I have a customer that I can do the right thing for, even if it maybe makes us less money at times, and we make it happen.
That freedom means better quality diamonds, fair prices, full transparency, and honest service.
We have freedom. We're allowed to be creative, do what's best. And they really support that, and that means a lot.
International Diamond Center, where you're family, not a sales target. Visit us in Altamont Springs, Waterford Lakes, and Mall at Millennia for diamonds with integrity.
Did you know about 1 in 3 people with plaque psoriasis may also develop psoriatic arthritis, which causes joint pain, stiffness, and swelling? Does this sound like you? Listen to what it sounds like to be a million miles away. Tremfya guselkumab, taken by injection, is a prescription medicine for adults with moderate to severe plaque psoriasis who may benefit from taking injections or pills or phototherapy, and for adults with active psoriatic arthritis. Serious allergic reactions and increased risk of infections and liver problems may occur. Before treatment, your doctor should check you for infections and tuberculosis. Tell your doctor if you have an infection, flu-like symptoms, or if you need a vaccine. Imagine being a million miles away. Explore what's possible. Ask your doctor about Tremfya. Visit Tremfya.com or call 1-800-526-7736.
Once you dabble in Taco Bell's Lux Boxes, including the $5, $7, and $9 box with its triple-double crunch wrap, you might think dinner includes a chauffeur. It doesn't. However, it does include a drink. Choose your Lux Box at Taco Bell today. For a limited time while supplies last. Specialty drinks excluded. Tax extra.
For over 40 years, Gomez Plumbing has built a reputation for reliable service and honest workmanship. Whether it's a simple repair, a leaky faucet, clogged drain, or a complete whole home remodel, or new construction, no project is too big or too small. My wife and I asked the Facebook page in the community that we live in for some suggestions for a good plumber when we moved out to Longwood, and the first and most frequent name that popped up was Gomez Plumbing, and boy was my community right. Very few things as reassuring as a homeowner than having a plumber that you can count on. But they don't just service my area, they service yours as well. From everyday plumbing fixes to major renovations, the experienced team at Gomez Plumbing is ready to get the job done right the first time. And when you call, Haley or Kimmy are going to be there to help, making sure that you have all of your needs met with friendly, personal service every step of the way. Choose the name that Central Florida has trusted for generations. Schedule your next service with Gomez Plumbing and let that stress wash away.
More young men will become part of the NFL fraternity tonight during the second and third rounds of the draft from Pittsburgh. Florida has now had at least one player taken in every NFL draft since 1967, with defensive lineman Caleb Banks' selection by Minnesota. And the Mets are back home to continue their first-round playoff series. Orlando will host the Pistons tomorrow, with the series tied at 1 game apiece. I'm Darryl Greener.
This is Doug Gottlieb. Here's what's trending from the iHeart Sports Network.
Presented by Bet Online.
If you care about predictions, you care about props. And right now, it's about championship moments from the hardwood to the ice. Bet Online is the home of real sports wagering, deep markets, sharp odds, and player props for fans who know these games aren't random. Bet Online, the game starts here.
Orlando's new home for Florida State football is AM 810 Fox Sports Radio Orlando. Hear every game live on AM 810. Or search Fox Sports Radio Orlando on the free iHeart Radio app. Coaches, players, GMs, everyone's got an opinion these days. Let's hear from the biggest names in the game. It's time for Mic'd Up.
Mic'd Up brought to you by Adventure Boat Share, unlimited hassle-free boating. You don't have to own a boat. That's the miraculous thing about it. You can go boating anytime you want. You pay one monthly fee. If you want a ski boat, they have a ski boat. You want a pontoon boat to go partying on the lakes, you got a pontoon boat. Any kind of boat you want, again, one monthly fee. It's remarkable. Check them out, adventureboatshare.com. And yes, I am a member for that texter earlier.
What about a banana boat?
They could probably get you a banana boat if you wanted one. Probably get you a pickle boat if you want one.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Let's see. Let's start with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the 15th pick overall, drafting Ruben Bain Jr. out of the University of Miami. Here's Ruben Bain Jr.
You can play anywhere on the line. How will your versatility elevate this Bucs defense?
Well, my mentality is what I could do. That's how I think about myself. I know I'm the best in the country. I'm sure.
Every step of the way, you've proven doubters wrong. What gives you the confidence that you can continue to do that at the NFL level?
My mentality, I'm telling you, I can do anything I put my mind to because of my mindset. And I know when I get at this next level, it's on and popping.
We believe you. Thanks.
Thank you.
Best in the country.
We believe you.
Best in the country. One thing he can't do, though, is he can't bat down passes with his little T-Rex arms.
Just wait, Mikey. Just you wait.
He can't reach the peanut butter at the top shelf, but hopefully he can get after the quarterback.
No, he's good.
He's going to be fun.
He's going to be a stud.
Booger McFarland was on the broadcast saying, I was undersized. I was drafted 15th. I went to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And so he
turned out pretty good.
Yeah, he turned out all right. I think Ruben Bain has a chance to be an absolute star.
John Eric Sullivan, ever heard of him? The GM of your Miami Dolphins.
I think a lot of people have not heard of him.
On moving down to draft massive Alabama offensive lineman Caden Proctor instead of Caleb Downs, who many people think may have been the best player in the draft. Here's John Eric Sullivan explaining that decision.
The other, Downs and Bain are marvelous players, and I understand the question, and I think those guys are going to be very successful in this league, no doubt about it. Again, we thought Proctor was rare. His height, weight, speed, production, the things that he can do on the football field for a man his size, he's an outlier. There's not many like him. It's no shot at Caleb Downs, a phenomenal football player, and he'll have a great career. And we would have loved to have him here, but we had a lot of conviction on Proctor being a very unique player in this draft and one that we can build around for years.
Kravitz, I'm not so sure the Dolphins are in a. Proctor to me seems like a bit of a gamble, if you will. Why?
Proctor and Gamble.
Yeah. See what I did there? Unintentionally, by the way. The Dolphins, are they in any position to gamble? Shouldn't they be grabbing as many sure things as they can?
Yes, absolutely. This is the kind of thing that you do if you're already really good and you're like, let's take a shot. We're in the 20. We're picking in the 20s. And we've got a Super Bowl roster. Now let's take the freak and let's see if we can, if he turns out to be a top 10 like player. That's what you do when you're picking late and your team's already good. This isn't what you do when you're building a foundation. Look no further than the Eagles. Just do what the Eagles do, okay? They've been to the Super Bowl twice in the last few years. They've won one of them. Howie Roseman, I think, just watches college football on Saturday and goes, that guy's good. I'm going to take him. The Dolphins, did you hear the explanation? It's the size. It's the speed. First of all, do not care how fast an offensive lineman is. It's all the measurables. He's rare. How about just taking a guy that's good, that did things already, and
that doesn't have a weight issue?
I mean, it's just absolutely baffling. Just draft good players. Draft players who are already good, not players who project to be good. Draft good football players. Reuben Bain is good. Caleb Downs is good. Take a good player. Your team is starting from ground zero. You need guys that can play.
Well, at least the Dolphins got to take a player in the first round. In fact, they got to take two players in the first round. My Jaguars didn't take any players in the first round. There was a thought that, hey, they've got 10 overall picks, or is it 11? I can't remember. But maybe they would move up into the first round. Here's Jags GM James Gladstone explaining why they did not do that.
I know we'll be strategically bold is the important asterisk to that. And as it relates to how we've operated over the course of this offseason, there's been a ton of intent and a ton of discipline tied to it. And I think the idea of a volume play is an important thing for us to acknowledge, knowing that, while you date back to my time in Los Angeles, there were quite a few drafts. We were picking with as many as 11, 12, 13, 14 picks. And that gives you a lot more chances to hit, a lot more chances to miss. But we'll take the chances at this stage, knowing that we feel good about our process. We feel good about the collective efforts that have brought forth the guys that we feel really good about entering into our environment, and knowing that they're rooted in the stuff that's only going to point to them thriving in it.
Is there really much? I don't understand exactly.
That was just GM gobbledygook.
Is there really any, like the Jaguars, like moving up to the end of the first round? Is there really any difference between the end of the first round and the second round?
Only in what you pay.
Right.
And what it costs and what you have to pay the player. But no, a lot of people thought Denzel Boston out of Washington was going to be a first round pick. It's round 2,
right?
And he could be taken tonight. He could be taken first by the 49ers. There isn't a difference. Jermod McCoy was another one, the second most talented defensive back in the draft. He's got injury issues at Tennessee. He's still available. If he was taken in round 1, we would have been like, oh, what a pick.
Right.
He's still available.
Right. The Rams surprised a lot of people when they took Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson with the 13th overall pick. I want you to listen to Sean McVay before the draft when he was asked about Ty Simpson.
How much Ty Simpson are you watching?
Well, we watch all of our guys.
I love him.
You know, I like him a lot too.
What do you like about him, like from a Sean McVay?
Well, I would say this. I probably haven't done as much work on him as you have, but I like the way he handles himself. I like the way that you can evaluate a lot of the different things that he's able to do that maybe translate. Familiar with what Ryan Grubb did just from him running that offense in Seattle the year before. I think Mendoza was a fun watch too, you know, but there's a lot of other guys that I like at that 13th pick. And, you know, whether it's quarterbacks, whether it's guys on offense or defense, you know, Les and his group, and I've been able to spend a bunch of time with them and the coaches. You know, we're excited. We're going to get a good player at 13. I know that much.
Okay, so that was Sean McVay before the draft. Hey, I like Ty Simpson. He didn't seem to like the pick yesterday. Again, just judging from how he answered this question when a reporter asked him if he talked to Matt Stafford before the Rams drafted Ty Simpson. Listen.
You have a conversation with Matthew about this pick?
Yeah, I did.
What did you tell him?
I'll keep that between us.
Do you expect Ty to back up that?
We'll see. He's going to compete with Stetson.
He's going to compete with Stetson Bennett for the backup job. He just
got to keep him humble.
He just, I guess he's come out today and has been the good company man and said he loves the pick and all that stuff. But he sure didn't seem like it yesterday when he's sitting there at the podium next to Les Snead.
Your initial reaction to anything is typically more telling than what you decide to react to after the fact. He obviously didn't like the pick. There's video of the war room when Les Snead's on the phone with Ty Simpson. Sean McVay could not be further away from him. He was like standing by the door, just with his head down. He obviously did not like the pick, and I think that is partially because he wanted someone at 13. Look at all the players at different positions that were available that they could have taken to help the team right now. There's that aspect, and then there's the other aspect to this, which is maybe he doesn't like Ty Simpson. Not just that he's a backup quarterback. That's my issue with the pick. I've got no problem with the plan of planning for the future. When you have someone, you have a roster you think can win right now, that's a luxury. That's what the Rams can afford to do, not the Dolphins. You can take a pick and say, we'll use this down the road. We're going to set ourselves up for the future. I got no problem with that. My issue is that Ty Simpson shouldn't be the 13th overall pick. I didn't think he was that good at Alabama.
Les Snead, maybe Les Snead, though, the GM is thinking, hey, because there's been rumors like for 2-3 years now, Sean McVay isn't long. He's gonna quit soon. All right. Maybe Les Snead's saying, I don't care what you think. You're not going to be here. I gotta set this franchise
up. As it should be.
Huh?
If you really want to just boil it down to the GM is supposed to make the picks, the coach is supposed to coach the team. In an ideal world, they come to a decision together, or at least there's agreement on the decision, even if Sean McVay is not the one that's pressing the button. But who cares? If Sean McVay doesn't like the pick, it's his job to coach the quarterback, to coach the team. It's Les Snead's job to pick out the groceries. Look at what the Kansas City Chiefs did. Do you think Patrick Mahomes, who has a voice in the room, Andy Reid, an offensive guy, are just tripping over themselves to draft defensive players? They had 2 picks in the first round. Both of them are on defense. The GM, Brett Leach, makes the decisions. Andy Reid coaches the team. It should be the exact same way in LA with the Rams.
That is mic'd up. What's the GM's name? Veach, right?
Brett Veach, I think is his name.
Veach.
Up next, we get back to your text, your talkbacks. We've got more draft analysis coming up after round 1 in the NFL.